Today I'm going to do full body again. I train almost every day. Right now I'm focusing on training every day, actually, getting back to every day. I'm going to focus on lower body. Yesterday I focused on upper body with pull-ups. Today I will focus on legs, and but I will do some pull-ups, perhaps some push-ups, we'll see. Right now I'm gonna do 400 reps of calf raises and 4 sets of them on this tree here. You don't need anything except your own body, your own will, always training, always using your creativity. Use all of that and you will, you will gain muscles, you will find strength, you will find flexibility. You can change things up, you can, zigzag, you can do different kind of things. You don't have to do the same thing. I will get to a different route perhaps and, do different calf raises, and or perhaps I'll get to a stone or something, and and that will be your calf raises. The thing is though that you have to do a lot of them. We need a high volume, unless you have heavier things on you or weights. You can do weighted calisthenics, but I prefer not to because it's much easier to get injured. So that's why I don't do that. And of course, as always, I'm in a dry fasted state. As I train, always dry fasted. I don't train with water, except if it's really hot in the summer. I might have some water. Otherwise, I train dry fasted. I dry fast the whole day, then I will eat again in the evening, almost exactly as that video. I will do the same thing. You need consistency. That is one of the most important things in anything, actually. Creating ideas, always generating ideas. I have my methods there as well, of course. I will talk about them in the future, but it is important that you stay consistent with everything. So this, training is the best analogy, because without true work, you can't gain muscles. If you don't train enough, if you don't sleep enough, and if you don't eat enough, those three are the core. That is the most basic core in everything. If you cut out everything in life, those are the three things that are the most core of everything. Core of your health, core of everything. Because this is your foundation, this is everything. And I'm just showing you in action what it means. Because, show, don't tell. It is one of the better rules in movies. They always talk about, show, don't tell. Don't just explain things in, exposition. You also show what you're doing, and then you can also tell the thing I'm doing right now. So yeah, dry fasted, then you hydrate in the evening. So I implement everything. Dry fasting, I have fasting, I have 1 meal a day. Well, which is fasting because most of the hours is fasting in a fasted state. The body's in a fasted state. Plus the training will boost the autophagy effect. I will get into ketosis in fat burning mode. I can feel it, especially when the evening approaches. So I can actually feel it. Yeah, so I'm gonna continue making 400 more. I need 3 more sets of these calf raises on tree root calf raises. It does not have to be perfect, and you just keep on doing them like that. I like doing them fast because you don't have to make these perfect, because there is no point in perfection. Perfection is impossible. So you just keep on, doing them. You don't have to worry about form, technique, and I don't even actually, warm up. My training is my warm up, and it's not like our past ancestors were warming up before hunting. They're always ready, always ready. You're always ready. Right? That is the whole point here. We don't waste time on nonsense. I rather train more. Now, of course, we avoid injury, but I avoid injury merely by doing calisthenics, natural movements. We go natural everything, natural movements, natural body, natural food, natural everything, natural mind. We're not hectic. We're not the modern mind always, We have that part as well, but not always. You can go to a different park. If you get bored with this tree, for example, you can play around with these things, Go to a different tree, try something else, You have this whole park here. I can do anything here. I can do anything. I even have, I can climb uphill a little bit there as well. I'll show it maybe later if I'm doing it today. And I will do jumping squats today because I did pistol squats last time. So, I always know what I'm doing. I don't have to write it down because I'm doing the same thing. Consistency is the most important thing. Also, by the way, when I see these trees, when I'm in nature, I just get, a little bit nostalgic. I want to go back to reading a little bit of Tolkien and so forth. I think of Lord of the Rings when I see these trees, and I love it. I just love it. And I love breathing it in, Just breathing in nature, listening to the birds, breathing in. You touch the tree, you touch the grass, you touch everything, We want touch, we want nature, we are nature, all right? So we want to get in touch with nature. There's nothing wrong with this. It's not a hippie thing. It's none of that nonsense. It's just that we are from this, all right? We are from this. We evolved from this. Not the park, but the jungle, basically, So the forests and deserts and ice coals and everything. It is quite cold, but all this resistance is good. All the resistance is good. The calf raises. I need the resistance from the tree here or from an object. Otherwise, I can't grow my muscles. You see, you need resistance for growth. You need resistance for growth. There is no other way. Motion is life, stillness is death. All right? It is always like this. It doesn't matter what we're talking about. It doesn't matter what we're talking about. Even if you're trying to grow your business, even if you're trying to grow a relationship, even if you're trying to grow, getting better in bed or something, all of it is the same. You need resistance, you need experience, and your talent. You use your talent and your experience. You need both, not just one. All right, not just one. I'll continue now. Etarelo endorena utulien sinome maravan arhaldinia etambar meta. I rest 2 minutes between different types of activities and 1 minute between sets. 80 reps, 4 sets of jumping squat. Doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing has to be perfect because perfection doesn't exist. Let's see if I can do 40 times 4 sets of zigzag jumping squats. I will jump forward towards you. I'm so exhausted from the regular jumping squats. It's incredible how powerful these are. You don't need much actually. You could only do the one of them and you will build. I saw, muscle growth much more effective when I focused on jumping squat and pistol squats. The two most effective, in my opinion, ways to build muscles, lower body muscles. you target basically everything, even calves, everything. I'm gonna skip the climbing uphill because this is already a lot. And you see, you get cardio when you do this as well. You get muscle growth and you get cardio because the heart is pumping. Heart is pumping, blood circulates, cardio. You see? You don't need to run your knees off. Running is fine. I love running. But you don't have to do it all the time. Or if you like to do it all the time, then do it all the time. But then you have to be a little bit less on everything else. I focus on this instead of running. You could run instead of focusing on, jumping squats. But running can make your body, thinner. Look at the bodies of every athlete. If you run too much, you're a marathon runner, they're all thin. If you look at sprinters, they're all, great physique, they're sprinting, they have pretty big muscles. You look at gymnastics guys, same thing. So calisthenics is basically that, gymnastics, body, physique, it's pretty beautiful physique. That's all you need, strength, all right, strength, flexibility, functionality, all of those things, right? You want to be capable. You don't care for not just aesthetics. Obviously, the aesthetics will come with it, but that's not everything, all right? It's not everything. I'm gonna do 3 more sets, and I will skip the running uphill because this is enough. Calf raises, these 2 jumping squats, then I'll do some pull-ups, perhaps some push-ups. Then I'll be done. I have a little bit more of these jumping squats, but I just had this thought, and what I read yesterday, I'm going to finish Ecce Homo. It's taken forever because I'm busy with my own stuff, but I'm gonna try to get 1 or 2 hours of reading of the greats, only the greats. I only read the greats. I don't read anything else. I don't watch anything else. When I comment on YouTube videos, I don't watch the YouTube videos, all right? Only very few people, and those you can see the details, and then you'll understand who I watch, who the greats are. I will mention them, but I think I've already mentioned some. But anyway, Nietzsche, he said, the biggest true sin in life and the biggest sin of the Holy Spirit is actually the still life, non-activity, non-active life, all right? So you see, motion is life, stillness is death, and pure preservation. You see, that's why it's manliness, that's why it's forwardness. I don't care, even if you're a girl, Spartan women, they were the best in the Olympics, all right? So I'm talking to every single person here. I want to have an active woman, not a, still woman, sitting there, being a couch potato, I want to be an active human being, always active, every day, always working on my own stuff, on myself, all the time, every single day. Motion is life, all right? Motion is life. All the bacteria in your body, all the cells, everything is motion, all the time, always change, all right? So it doesn't mean you change the whole organism, but you do change, you change your behaviors, you change your life. Change yourself, change your life, all right? So you see, Nietzsche used those words even though he was a staunch atheist, but you see, he uses the words because that's the impact, he understands that. Language is more than just the obvious, all right? It's also the beneath, the context, of course, but the historic meaning and the whole thing, the whole baggage, all of history behind it, all right? That's what words are. It's not just, that's why he didn't believe in just removing the word spirit. We can still use it as a, explaining the human spirit. I call it, the human condition, the human spirit. I also use the word spirit. It's the same thing, all right? So don't think I'm not talking about metaphysical stuff, all right? So I'm gonna continue now. Last 20. 20 zigzag jumping squats. I love these zigzag jumping squats. They're pretty fun. So, and you get these, you know, muscles. You know, you zigzag, so you know the muscle work a little bit differently each time. You know, you don't just go horizontal, vertical. You know, you go all kinds of, you know, like a natural. In nature, we would have run, you know, differently, upwards, downwards. You know, uphill, downhill. You know, up stones, down from them, and you know, pulling ourselves up trees. You know, so pull-ups and so forth. You see, we would have been, you know, all around physical, you know. That's why I'm doing calisthenics, also because, you know, I love it, but also because I don't get injured at all. When I do some warm-ups, I actually warm up while I do the exercises. Sometimes, you know, just stretch a little bit and so forth. So I used to do some jumping ropes and stuff, but I just cut out everything I don't need, actually. So if you like it, then fine, but I just go with whatever has become natural to me now. I change up when I push myself and so forth. Like now, I'm doing more full body, you know. So, but I push myself through more. I push myself more through more repetitions instead of, you know, more of the nonsense. But you need, you know, you need the smaller stuff as well. But when you do like zigzag, for example, you get the small muscles as well. You want both, you know, not just, you want to have all the muscles. So the small parts help the big parts. That's in everything, you see. The small parts helps the big parts. That's in everything, even physics. The small parts, quantum mechanics, helps the bigger parts, the cosmos. So you see, everything is connected, everything is one. We come from one dot, one single quantum dot, and that's what we are. So you see my evolution. All right, I will finish now. I'll do some 12. I'll do some 12 to 15, perhaps 12 of, you know, handstand push-ups. I'm gonna try to get some shoulder growth as well. So. Last thing on the playground, I will do perhaps like 12 to 15 pull-ups, regular, just holding. Nothing, you know, nothing fancy. So that was my training today. Perhaps we'll talk about my training tomorrow again. We'll see. It's different each day, so it's not always exactly the same, but it's basically the same. I have a basic structure, and then I add some creativity to that. All right, so that's my training. I will see you tomorrow.